All right. You name it. Back
Oh,
on
man,
the
here we
air.
go.
Isn't that exciting, Ryan? You love my intros, don't you?
It sure is, Jerry. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right when you do that.
I was listening to some of the earlier shows, and there is a difference in like the energy level. Not that there's anything wrong with what we're doing right now. It was just kind of funny because even you were doing it in the earlier shows. You were like going, "Hey," all kinds of bullshit.
Well, yeah, now I'm just, I don't know. Now it's like I'm just talking. Well, you know what? Part of it is because we're on the phone, so I feel like I'm just talking to you on the phone, and you're just not that exciting. I don't know what to tell you.
I agree. I'm a shitty person.
Good grief.
Hey, we have a new listener. Somebody you know.
Really? Who's that?
You want? Yeah, you. A neighborhood guy named Sam.
Falk?
Maybe, yeah. What'd you swear at?
No, not fuck. Falk.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. He might listen. It was weird because he gave me a Facebook message and he was saying the usual stuff that everybody says. Hey, good to see you on there. Talking about beautiful families and all that kind of stuff. And he said he was thinking about the old neighborhood days. And so I said, well, you might want to listen to episode 4.
God, you know what episode it is?
Because that's... I guessed because the title of it said "Growing Up a Long Time Ago."
Oh yeah,
and you were telling the stories about Timmy
right,
beating up on everybody and stuff. So
I don't think
I said,
I'm
yeah, you
hooked
might
up
want
on
to listen
Facebook
to that.
with
And he
him.
said he would. Oh well, he's on my friends. He just kind of got on there too, so it's not like it's been going for a while. I think he's only been on a month or something.
Oh, you mean on Facebook? Like he's a new Facebook person? Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. They have those
That's
still. There's still people who aren't on Facebook.
Well, that I know, but I mean, he's, I don't know. I guess I still consider him younger, When he's
younger.
not,
I think he's
45,
like
46.
6 months younger than you or something.
He's not.
Sam is like your age, just about. I think he graduated 83.
He was only 1 year behind me? I thought he was closer to my brother.
No.
Oh, wow.
Him and Dana and all those guys.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody, all of our listeners are intrigued by this.
Well,
he was a neighborhood friend.
But
so,
especially since does he still have all those phone stores?
I don't know. I
because
didn't ask.
You would think
status says something else.
Okay. Because when he had all those phone stores, you would think, oh yeah, he's got it beyond. Because I would assume he would use it for business or something like that.
No, I kind of get the impression, and I don't know if we're talking out of turn because we're publicly talking about it, but I think he might have sold or something because it says working at thinking or something in his career options. A lot of people don't tell what they really do. But
yeah, right.
So I don't know for sure what he's doing.
So
we can't advertise for him for free.
I don't know. Who knows what he's doing? We can advertise that he's thinking.
Yes, apparently, which would be a new thing for Sam. Sorry, Sam, I just had to say that.
He was a good. I wonder if he still plays tennis because he was a real good tennis player.
Yeah, I saw it in one of the latest posts he posted where he broke 4 strings on the racket.
Oh, so
it looks like this whole family plays.
Right. So yeah, he's still playing. God, he used to play in the tennis courts right behind my house, and he should just practice. He played for the high school, didn't he? He had to have.
Yeah.
Because he was
right. Now people are going to think that we grew up in some ritzy area, like because there was a tennis team.
No.
Yeah, we were ritzy, all right.
He was good. He was really good. So
I can't think of any good stories that centered around Sam. So
no, he stayed out of all that crap mainly,
Yeah. I don't know if he was there when my brother got kicked in the balls. Sorry, Bert.
His younger brother Steve was around us more and hung around you, so that led to way more crazy ridiculousness. But Sam, who did he hang around with?
Well, he hung out with Dana, the next door neighbor, and then a lot of other people that weren't really in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
When we were all way younger, he was mostly hanging out with Dana, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because
What else is going
remember.
on? Oh, sorry, stepping on you.
No. You know why? Because you are going in and out again. So you're talking sometimes, and I can't hear. I don't know that you're talking.
What a piss off! What a piss off! Gonna have to deal with
It's
this
our
again.
fine setup.
Let's see if it gets any better. Yeah, maybe it'll get better.
You're in
Who
some
knows?
remote land
we're gonna
right
do
now,
a
aren't
shorter
you?
one today, anyway. Yeah, I'm in Minneapolis, which in Latin means shitty place to be. So,
Is it cold and awful up there?
it was -3 this morning, the actual temperature, not even the wind chill thing. But I got a bunch of work done today, and I'm back to hanging out in the hotel room. Now, speaking of, let's see, how did I hurt myself?
You hurt yourself.
Yeah, so all in the space of about 20 minutes when I'm getting this hotel room set up, the first thing that happens is, as everybody knows, I have this thing for light. So I'm taking my electrical tape and I'm taping off the little green flashing lights that are on the smoke detectors that blast your room with green light all night long, flashing.
Right.
So as I walk over to try and tape that, I'm wearing just socks, and I slam my baby toe into my suitcase and bust it is what it felt like. It was sore for like a day. I thought for sure it was broken. And then I decide this dresser that's in here, it has this piece of wood. This looks like a paint stirrer or something, that it's shimming the dresser up on one side. And this is like a Hyatt.
Right.
This is not a shithole hotel. This is supposed to be good. But anyway, this piece of wood is sticking out from the side of the thing. So first I tried to cut it off with, I've got a bunch of tools, so I'm trying to cut this thing off, and I find out it's stapled to the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's bugging me because like it's sticking out 3 inches, and it's a big pine-colored piece of shitty-looking wood in the middle of the floor. So I think, all right, I'm going to move the dresser, slide it over so it's on top of it, and I don't have to look at it. And as I get down to try and move this dresser, I realize that it's connected. It's like 7 feet long, and I thought it was 2 pieces, and it's one giant piece. And I pull on it, and I feel my knee go.
Oh, no.
So, I'm like, what the fuck? This place is killing me. Lisa was laughing at me because she's like, why would you care? And then I sent her a picture of it, and she goes, I'd change rooms. Because you can't stand looking at the thing. But it's the little shit that bothers you when you're stuck in hotels. Everything starts to annoy you about hotels. So anyway, that was day one here.
Well, yeah,
Beating myself up in a
you're there
hotel
for
room,
so
just trying to live. Yeah,
you're there for so long that it's your home. So it's not like you're only there for a night. Who cares? But you're there. How long you been there? For a week, and you got another week left?
I've got a week and a half left or something, and yeah, I just got here on Monday or something. But it's coming from the other hotel straight to a hotel. That's the part. It doesn't matter what hotel you're in anymore.
Right.
You're just in hell. It's the Hotel California. It's just a string of them. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave.
Very good.
Stuck there
Yes.
just forever. But
No, not much.
in other travel news, a plane crashed, a Delta flight. I don't know if you saw that at LaGuardia.
I saw a
It,
picture of it on Facebook
yeah.
where it slid off the runway or something, but I didn't read the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen to one of my flights too, because you feel like it's going to happen every time you fly after a while. These guys, just because it's so shitty, the life is so shitty right
Well,
now.
just
Can't wait for this to get
just
over.
the sheer mathematics of it. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, I feel good about that. Lisa hates when I talk about it, but on the way in from Milwaukee to here, the pilot slammed the plane down onto the runway. You ever been on one of those where they come in real fast and they actually
Yeah.
smack into the runway and bounce?
Right.
Like, what the hell, man? But I'll tell you what, it was a pretty nice bounce when you're in first class.
Jesus. You don't fly first class all the time. You're acting better than
someone
us.
Doesn't show up. Than
Here,
us.
I'm walking to fucking work and you're flying first class. Fuck you.
I'm telling you, you can borrow one of the van anytime you want. Just have to make sure that the wife's home to give you the keys.
Well, yeah, that would be, I'm not going to break into your house.
No, that would be bad. Dog might bite you.
Yeah, little Barbara.
Right. Crawl up on your lap, lick your face to death.
Well, not much has been happening around here. Last weekend, Jordan was home for the end of her break, and she got sick. So she had a competition, a stunt match on Sunday against Michigan State. So Friday night and Saturday, she was in her bed the entire time. We had the furnace going. She had a heater on. It must have been 90 in her room, and she was freezing. So I took care of her. Did the chicken soup thing, the Slurpee, because Slurpees at all hours of the night because she had a sore throat. And then she kind of got okay, feeding her vitamin C like crazy. Went to the competition. She nailed all of her routines, and then slept on the way home, and then took a nap, and then she took the car back to school this week. So then she'll come home this weekend, and then I'll get the car for next week.
Yep, your life is hell. Every little tiny bit of your life is just. I think you're just in a situation now where you're just waiting to die, aren't you?
I'm telling you, funny. Yeah, that went through my head this week. No, we share the car, and that's cool. So no big deal.
Yeah.
I don't do anything but go to work and come home anyway. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom gets a car. Mom likes it because then I'm a captive audience for her lectures. So I can't run away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go.
True.
So what do we got on the docket today, Jerry?
I don't know. Right. First, let's take a little break. Let's push the pause button, not the stop button. The pause button on here. And we're back.
We're back.
We had to pause. Yeah, we're trying to clean up the connection speed because we're in hotel hell. So, that's the deal. Anyway, what is on the docket? What stories do we have?
Well,
this
I think what we should first do is for real explain what's going on. If you listen to the past shows, they're pristine, great productions because we're sitting in my store together with Jerry's great grade A equipment. Right now, I am in my house on my shitty computer. Jerry is in some far off 0-degree tundra, and our connection is super awful. So when Jerry's talking, I'm hearing and he's hearing me on a delay. Right. So we're trying our best to make this sound fluid. So we're just going to go for it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out for everybody. And through the power of editing, we might be able to do a little bit of cleanup.
Well, edit in some funny stuff, will you?
So don't get too mad. Yeah, I'm going to have to because this is bullshit.
This is bullshit. Man.
So I got to warn you before you start talking about this. I have not watched Survivor yet that started this past week. So don't start saying anything. You got to wait for me to catch up. We'll talk about it next week.
God.
I know
that's what I was going to talk about. Well, all right, folks. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for joining. Jerry ruined the whole show because he doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
I didn't get a chance to see these things. I was doing work stuff. So, instead.
Now, are you... Now, when a fresh episode comes on, can you go back to your room and watch it on CBS.com or no?
No. I have to... what I'm doing is illegally downloading them. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. So.
Oh, okay.
When I got to this.
Now, did you
this
see the
hotel
first
seems
week or
to-
no?
No. This hotel seems to have a great speed when I want to illegally download a TV show, but when it's trying to talk just audio for some reason, I can't do it.
So you haven't seen the contestants or anything yet,
No. All I saw was the teaser for it at the end of the season.
because
last
that's.
time.
Oh
Are
well,
you
now
there
you
still?
can go on YouTube and type in Jeff Probst season. Yeah, I'm here. Are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, 5 minutes late.
Oh, all right. Well, then ride with me here and let me finish this. You can go on YouTube and type in Jeff Probst Survivor season 30 cast assessment, and he goes through each tribe and tells you what he thinks about these people and why they're going to do good. So at least you can get a feel for who's going to be on it.
Yeah. Or I could just watch the first episode.
Yeah, but these cast assessments are cool because it's got little interviews with all the people, and you right away can tell who's a clown and who's not, because on the first episode, the first couple, not everyone gets a lot of TV time, so you really don't know unless you watch these assessments.
All right. That's something you enjoy. I'll
But
leave
something
it.
that something that a person that I wanted to go home went home this week, so I'm happy, but I can't talk about it because I don't want to ruin your life.
Well, at least the show. You'll ruin me watching the show. I'll tell you what. I'll watch.
Oh, all right.
Before we do the
I'll
next
tell you what. We can talk about this. I started watching something else on YouTube that lots about. I started watching all the top MMA women, all their fights from the last bunch of UFCs, like 184 and back.
Oh, okay. I do know a lot about that stuff, or at least a little bit of.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch any of the men, but I watched all the women, so I am very well versed at all the women now.
Yeah, Lisa will like that about you probably when she listens to this, because she always makes fun of me and says I like to watch men in underwear beating each other up, and you're just watching the girl parts. So.
Oh, no. Oh, well, fucking A right. Absolutely. I mean, I am shallow, but they are terrific. But I started because I clicked on something on YouTube that somehow came up in one of my feeds, top 10 hottest MMA women. So, of course, I'm going to click that. What the fuck, right? So
Yeah.
I click on it, and, of course, they're gorgeous. And then I started watching their fights, and of course Ronda Rousey this fucking woman is amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Although I'm going to differ with you a little bit, because I don't actually watch them because I think they're good looking. I watch them because I think they're good fighters. They're actually very talented fighting people.
Of course.
And
Of course.
no, I'm not even lying to you, because a lot of them I don't find it. I don't like giant muscles on women and stuff. So,
Well,
Ronda Rousey.
they don't see.
Fuck,
Oh,
you
go
know.
ahead. Go ahead.
Ronda Rousey, I'll tell you what, Ronda Rousey reminds me, and we talked about it in episode 4, she reminds me of a DeMoss chick,
Yeah. Right.
you know,
Now,
from the neighborhood.
now the thing is, when you watch them all fight, they do not look good. They all cornrow their hair. They all have the push-down bras and no makeup. So no, they don't look like that. But when you watch their other videos, or when you watch the weigh-ins, when they're weighing in like a bikini with their hair down and stuff, Ronda Rousey does look terrific, and so does Misha Tate, and so does the karate hottie Watterson. They're fucking small. Oh, how about the new young one that's out there, Paige Van Zant? Good grief.
I didn't see her fight. yet. So
she's
I'm sort of behind on some of that stuff too.
she's in like the weight class under Watterson, the karate hottie. So I think she's like 110 to 120 or something like that. But look at her video. She is she was a model, and now she's doing this. Or
well,
how
they're
about
all definitely in shape? That's for sure.
how about that other one that was she's in movies now and she's thinking of coming back. Damn it.
Yeah, what the heck? What the heck is her name? She was in the movie with no, that was Ronda Rousey was in The Replacements.
The Expendables.
Yeah.
Gina
I know the other girl.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, she was she's in a couple movies actually, and she doesn't do too bad either.
Right. So, but I watched all of her past fights. That fucking girl is mayhem in the octagon. She just pounds on fucking people. She's Muay Thai.
Yeah, I miss her.
But she is. I saw an interview in April 2014 on one of the nighttime talk shows, Craig Ferguson, and she's thinking of coming back.
Yeah, well, I don't know why she left anyway.
But I watched every one of Ronda Rousey's fights, every one of Miesha Tate's fights. Oh, here's another one that's coming up that is absolutely that's the big talk where they want this Holly Holm to fight Ronda Rousey because she's like the next best thing out there.
Yeah, but isn't there a fight coming up right now with isn't Rousey fighting Cyborg or whatever her name is? What the hell is that girl?
No. Well, no. Ronda Rousey just a few days ago fought Kat Zingano.
Yeah, don't say anything then, because I didn't watch it. All right, whatever. You can say it. We can't deprive the fans. So go ahead and you can tell me that stuff.
It's all over. It's all over YouTube. Kat Zingano was the number one contender. Fucking Ronda Rousey armbarred her in 14 seconds.
Oh, great. I don't have to watch it then. Because, when you know that, then there's no... I was hoping for a drawn-out slugfest. But
no.
She's too good on the ground anyway, Ronda Rousey. She's very good with busting limbs off of people.
Well, yeah, she broke Miesha Tate's arm in the second fight.
Mm-hmm.
But, she's a world-class Olympian judo person, and...
yeah, and so is her mom.
Right, her mom was a gold medalist.
Yeah.
But this other girl that fought on the card before Ronda Rousey, her name is Holly Holm, and she is ridiculous tough, and she just got into the UFC. She was a boxer, kickboxer in a different thing. Now she's in the UFC, so everyone wants to see Holly Holm fight Ronda Rousey. So I've been watching that for the last bunch of days, so I'm caught up with all the women in all the different weight classes now.
Good. That's the sport I like, so now we'll be able to talk about that as those things go on. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but you probably know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the girls they have the Ultimate Fighter TV show, and it's been going on for season after season, but they just did one not long ago where it was all girls, and that was great to watch because they need some respect in what they do, because they're all good.
Well, now, but Ronda Rousey was one of the coaches, right?
Yeah, and Miesha Tate was the other.
And they fucking hate each other.
Yep. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch people who hate each other fight.
Well, I caught up with all the stories. So Miesha Tate's boyfriend on Twitter tweeted that he'd knock Ronda Rousey's teeth out, and she wanted to fight the guy because she knows that she would crush this guy.
She might. That's the thing. Yeah. Like we talked about last week, you get punched in the face by a 5-year-old, it'll hurt. You get punched in the face by a professional woman fighter, it'll really hurt.
Oh, yeah. But with Ronda, though, I mean, if she gets a hold of you, it is all done. She's so fast and so good with this world-class judo that she's been learning and training and fighting men in judo her whole life. So if she gets a hold of you, fucking good night. It's over with.
Oh, stop it. She's a girl, Ryan. You know how girls are.
I've watched all the interviews. I knew that's what we wanted. I knew I wanted to talk about that because I know I used to watch this when it first began with Diaz and all those guys in the UFC, and then I dropped off of it. And I know you stayed with it, so I know you'd be. I knew you'd be happy that I got back into the girl side of it.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to get you copies of all the fights so you can watch those now.
Yeah.
Have those going in the shop. You'll get nothing done because you have to actually watch it. You can't just listen to it.
Oh, right. I've been watching fights on my phone on YouTube for the last 4 or 5 days, and all the girl fights, and I'll find one that I like, and then I'll go back and I'll start from the beginning and like watch all of their fights.
There you go. Even I don't do that. You're gonna do the thing that you always do. All of a sudden, you'll be like the font of information genius guy, and you'll be doing statistics at me and shit. You know. No,
right.
You're wrong, Taylor.
The leading authority.
Yes, you're wrong, Taylor. In fight number 3 back in November of 2013, you'll be doing that. And I'm like, what the fuck's he talking about now?
Yeah, so that's been keeping me busy lately because I got all done with my Survivor stuff. I watched everything I could possibly watch, and now I got onto this.
Yeah, psychologically, let's look at it. I think you just want to be beat up by a woman. That's why you're watching it. As if that hasn't happened your entire life.
I was going to say, let's not stray down that avenue.
Well, that's good. Shoot, I don't have any big news stories because I'm just in a bubble right now at this stage of the game.
Yeah, true.
Shit. I mean, there's a bunch of stupid political shit going on, but none of it's really interesting. It's a bunch of games. Hillary Clinton used her personal email to conduct business when she was in office at the Secretary of State. Yeah, is that what that's called?
That's the DMV.
Yes, but the real story is that they all did, all of them. So anybody with email was doing it, but they tried to, pull this out as it was like some singular affront to our sensibilities or some shit like that.
I did do my taxes and paid my fine for not having health insurance.
Yeah, that's probably. Well, how much was it?
2% of your return.
Really? So what? Nothing for you?
No, I get back like 20. I get back like 2,200 from the Fed, so I had to pay a percentage of that. But my guy said that there were some loopholes that he could get me out of it. I'm like, well, I'm not buying health insurance at $200 a month with an $8,000 deductible when I can just pay 2% of my return and be fine.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. And the thing that he's talking about is because you're a business owner, there was they suspended it for business for last year, I think. I think they did that. But you could get through with the business waiver because you actually own the business and work for yourself. So.
Yeah, so it's just not worth it for me to have it. I mean, basically what you're paying for is cancer insurance because the only way it's going to come into play is if you get something massively wrong with you, because all the ones I called on, because I don't make enough to get free insurance. I mean, I don't make little enough to get free insurance, so I have to pay. Well, no matter where I called, you got to pay the first $8,000 while you're still paying your monthly premium. So what the fuck is the point of that?
Well, that's the point of all health insurance, because that's the way it's always been. Back before
it hasn't been like that.
Well, it was for me when I was shopping for health insurance, say 2006 or something. It was always the same. You pay your monthly premium, but you have a $5,000 deductible, and until you pay that off, then they don't give you any cash. You're just paying double.
when I had family health insurance, when Paula and both kids were here, well, when Paula was here, the kids are here, but we didn't have that. It was you paid your monthly premium and and then they covered 80%. Now I pay for Jordan's insurance through Alma. It's $14.95 for the year. It's simple, cut and dried.
Yeah, but when you were doing that family one as a business owner, how much a month were you paying?
For the whole family, it was like $549 a month.
Wow, that was cheap. Without a giant deductible.
Right, but this is back in the
the 90s.
Right, the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, because when I was shopping around, it was like $1,100 a month, and I'm like, holy shit, $1,100 a month with a $4,000 deductible. I'm getting nowhere with that,
Well, it kept changing. We had it for a long time, and then all of a sudden, there was a year that we had no claims, and it went from $549 to $799. So we dropped it, got a new one. The next year, it went up. So then we just stopped doing it, and I insured Paula through Madonna, and the kids were insured through the state. Now with Jordan's through the college, it's great. I pay $1,500 a year, and it's flat. They pay 85%. I pay 15%. Boom, done. And Jordan's used it a bunch, and I just get my if she was in the hospital, it was $1,000. Boom, I paid my $150, and I was done.
Yeah, and the time that you're talking about when it was messing with everybody, I think around 2000 to 2007, rates went up like 200% for everybody in the regular health insurance market, and that's why it was going up on you, and that's why they want to do a next something to try and curb all those things. So I think it's going to work out for people, but it would be better if we just had, for me, the way I think it'd be better if we just had like Canada has. You have national health care, and you pay to one. It's single payer. Everybody pays to the one. Right now, it's still just the free market. You just have to find one that's cheap enough for you out in the market.
Everybody I know is paying more now than they did before. But the thing is, before, if I didn't want health insurance because I don't go to the doctor, that's my choice. And when I did go to the doctor for a UTI or something, or I paid it. Well, now I still can't afford to pay it, but I get penalized for not being able to afford to pay it.
Yeah, but there's this is where it's crazy, because everybody I know is paying less than what they paid before. And primarily, that's a bunch of people who have to buy their own insurance who don't work with a company. A lot of the people that work with companies, they end up paying more because their company decides to stay with the provider who raised the rates. They can still go out and shop for health insurance and pay less. Nobody's looking, though, because you're still using the open market. The open market isn't shut down.
We're going down a bad road because you're for this ridiculous Obamacare, and I am not.
Right, but it all goes down to, nobody should be mad about each other, because I sincerely know a bunch of people who now have health insurance and can afford it where they never could before. You know a bunch of people whose rates are raised, and there's always that give and take. So, it just depends on how many.
I still can't afford it, but now I get penalized what little money I have because I can't afford it. I do not think that's right.
Yeah, because they don't need your pennies anyway, Wilson.
And that's about it too. I found I found 13 cents today on the ground, so it was a good day.
No, it wasn't. It's an unlucky number.
I'm not even joking. It's an unlucky number. Go figure.
Only you could find money, and it's an unlucky number.
13. It was a dime and 3 pennies. Woohoo!
I actually found, let's see, a quarter, 2 quarters, and 2 dimes, and they were in the broken soda machine that I had to deal with today. So, I win.
Tough life.
It was the stupidest soda machine ever.
Does your hotel have the?
No, go ahead. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I was going to say, go ahead. Does the hotel have what?
No, are you in one of those hotels that has the fancy pressure plate with all the stuff on it, or the mini bar that if you open it you get penalized your first child?
No, not in this one. This one doesn't penalize me with trying to make me pay for things I didn't do. In fact, this one, I always do this too. I said, after I checked in, I went back down and said, you promised that there'd be a refrigerator in my room, and they sent one up. So that's all I have is a regular refrigerator in this room. I've been doing that scam lately. But they don't even have a little store in this one because it's too fancy. They have like a real restaurant you have to go to that's $4 for a soda, so I don't go there either.
Oh, God.
So I go to the machine.
Oh, no.
This machine, I put in $1 and then tried to put, it was $1.75 for a soda. I put in $1 and then I put in my quarters, and it took the first quarter. It spit the second quarter out of where the soda comes out of, not even out of the coin return. And then the screen, then the screen went blank. And I'm standing there going, what the hell? I push the button and all this change comes rolling out, half from where the soda comes out and half in the little coin return slot. And it's just so bizarre.
Oh my God!
So I reported it.
I'm surprised you didn't hook it up to your computer and find a back door and just get a bunch of free pop.
No, that'd be my brother. Hook it up, and all of a sudden it's sending mail somehow too.
Right. It's spitting out omelets.
This machine's not supposed to do that. Who touched it? Oh, that was Herb Taylor. He made it do impossible things.
Right. He turned a pop machine and now it's making crepes.
Yeah. Tell you what he can't do though, fix an engraving machine.
No, he let that one go. I finally met his match.
Yes. Once you walk into the land of Wilson, things just start falling apart.
Oh yeah.
It'll break any man.
Yeah. You it's like a UFC cage match of his determination and knowledge against my bad luck.
It's going to turn around.
I will not be denied.
You are going to win the biggest lottery, I'm telling you, man. All that shit that happens to you.
Oh, I did buy tickets this past week.
Yeah, I got to watch for that, too. I usually buy them out of state because I figure if I'm going to win at all, it would be the dick that wins from out of state. So all the locals can go, who won? Some Michigan guy?
Right.
Figures. But
if I ever won, you'd never see me again. These people would be listening to just you talking, and you'd be saying, Ryan, you there? Ryan, you there? And I'd be gone.
Well, thanks for bringing me along, buddy. I figured if I won, we'd build this show
There'll
faster.
Be a care Yeah, we sure will. There'll be a care package for you, and it'll be attached to a little postcard that's blank, and it just says Sewa Teneo. That's what it's going to be.
What does that mean?
It's from Shawshank Redemption, where he crossed the border and he sent a postcard.
Yeah, I got you.
Good grief.
I thought I was going to say, fuck off.
So, how many more weeks do we have to do this ridiculous setup, which for some reason has went down? The first couple shows we did like this went off perfectly, and now all of a sudden it's like you're on the fucking moon and I'm using a telegraph system.
Yeah, exactly. Here, let me try and put it in perspective for everybody. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for you, name it. Ridiculous.
Right. And this is what I heard. One, and you name. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, wait a minute. I think Nixon's breaking in. It's so stupid.
So, how many more weeks are we doing this before you're home and we can actually do a real fucking show?
Let's see. They might send me home for a couple days on the 17th of this month and of March here. So.
Well, you're going to have to tell Lisa that we're going to cram a couple shows in the real way and be fucking done with it, dude.
I think that's a good idea because this sucks, and we could at least do some real shows and get that on the go, and then I'll be done with the season after that. Then I'll just be 2 weeks off, and then we'll be fine. So that'll work, mister.
I wish these people could hear. I wish these people could hear what I just heard. They would probably think it's the most entertaining show ever.
That's how bad
because
it is.
when you just said all that, all I heard was, we'll have to Lisa do a real show. That's what I just heard.
Well, that's probably our cue then. We're probably going to have to kill this. We got 40 minutes in, so that should work.
Well, we're going to try it again come hell or high water next week.
The name of
what we're going to do is we're going to write letters to each other instead, because we're going back to snail mail podcast, people, and that's going to be better.
You know what the title of this show is? This show sucks.
This show
That's
sucks.
what it's going to be too. So when this thing goes,
That's
when this
perfect.
comes up tomorrow morning, it's just going to be titled "This Show Sucks." I'm not even going to boost it. It's just going to be so that people don't get mad at us for not doing a show. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well.
All right. Well, we'll do it again.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you're still listening, thank you double. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Right. We'll be back with real shows as soon as Jerry stops earning a real living, and then he gets back here to Garden City, and we can both be bums again and put on a good production.
Yes. Goodbye.
All right, later.